Oh my lord, it's another beautiful day in New York City. We're at Gotham Podcast Studio. I don't shout this place out enough. What a lovely institution here. This is Top 9 Podcast. My name's Tom Cassidy. That's Adele Carollo.
Hi guys,
Our
welcome
special
back.
our special sorry to talk over you. Maybe I should take it from the top. No. Our guest today is Chloe LaBranche,
Yay, Chloe.
comedian.
Yeah, bonjour.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You
Chilling.
just met your niece.
Yes, I did.
And they really named her Chloe?
No. They named her Spar, which is my middle name.
Oh, so that's how they named. What the fuck does that mean? Spar? Like boxing?
No, it's a family name.
Okay. Is there some sort of meaning behind it?
It's like a someone in my family who's like I think they're Germans, Dutch.
Okay.
I don't really know the name for their. I asked my dad. There's something. They're from like 1700s or some Germans.
All right, listen,
Dutch.
pick up the energy a little bit, sweetheart.
They're the
All right?
German Dutch.
There you go, little accent. Now we're kicking.
I'm not sure what it is. Every time I try to do an accent, it kind of goes Jamaican. Watch out, SNL.
Here
Places.
she comes.
Talentless anyway, huh?
How's everybody feeling? Everyone good? Everyone's
Yeah.
feeling nice today?
Feeling good.
Took my meds.
Yeah?
Good to go.
What are you on?
You name it.
Yeah?
No, I got some problems. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
You don't want to get into it?
I have epilepsy. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, I'm on a nice cocktail.
Interesting. That also plays well into your list today. We don't have to talk about it yet. We'll get there in a minute. I feel like I go too soon into the list. I like talking a little bit before we get into it, you know?
Yeah, some
That's
people
the
on
new-
this list did not take their meds that day.
True.
Exactly. So what is your top 9? I'll just say it. Go ahead.
Oh, my top 9 are celebrity meltdowns.
So good, so fun.
I hope to one day join the list.
You have to be like famous enough for your shitty behavior to be a thing.
Whoa,
you
whoa,
know?
whoa, whoa! I'm frantic
not
tonight.
you.
Whoa! Sometimes I host the patio.
I'm speaking
Not too shabby,
in
huh?
general
I know.
because we
Pretty
all have
good.
meltdowns on a regular basis.
Oh, I know.
The only time you pay attention to it is when it's a celebrity, but like, yeah, regularly have meltdowns.
I agree. I feel like I'm lucky almost that like I didn't have any success any time before about a month ago because I would have been fucked.
Yeah. You feel like you've gotten control over your life in the past month?
Yeah, yes.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of running back and forth the past few days, so I don't have that much sleep. And like, I donated like this morning to like looking at all of these celebrity meltdowns, and it really put me in a weird space. I think.
Like you feel like you need to do more.
No, I
Oh.
think these people, like a lot of them, I think are like the devil,
Oh, well,
or like
you don't know.
I don't know. We're all connected too, you know. So like, I'm the devil. You're the
Well,
devil.
Thank you.
We're also God.
We're all
Does that
God's
make
children.
sense? We are.
You just called my niece the devil.
She's a born sinner, just like everybody else.
We're actually all born sinless, and then we adapt sins as we are first born into the world. We are all born
What's your
with no
religion?
sins. I don't have a religion.
Did you grow up religious?
No, they only baptized the first one, and then they gave up.
Wow.
But
That's
my
interesting.
sister, the one who had the baby, she's the only one who's baptized.
Mm-hmm.
She got baptized when she was older, like when she was right before she got married, because she had to get married in church. She got baptized.
Are
And
they gonna baptize Spar?
I don't know, maybe, because like I guess he's like
Oh wait, the baby's a
Episcopal.
boy.
no, the husband.
Okay, I can't keep up.
I actually used to think I was a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because my brothers, I have a deep voice, so they all would be like, "You're a dude." When I was little, and
You're kind of dressed like Leonardo DiCaprio. In
yeah,
like
normcore.
1993 right
That's
now.
what
It
they
looks
call
cool.
it.
You look cool.
Thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
no, yeah. You're
No.
a woman.
You don't know. You don't know my body.
No, I don't. Listen. Well, no. It's interesting you say that because you're right. Little babies aren't sinners.
They're not. You're born. Everyone's born into the world without any sins, and then as you're
But
in
there's the
world-
original sin. That's what religious people say.
sex.
No. The Adam and the Eve and
What's-
the apple.
I don't know it. Never read the Bible.
Okay. You should be smoking a cigarette right now with like just
I
the
can't.
general tone. But no, it made me. I actually just thought of this weekend. I went to Catholic school for 12 years, and in first grade I had a nun, and she like slapped me once. But that's not the story I'm trying to tell. The priest came in one day in first grade, and he was like, "Okay, raise your hand if you're a sinner," and nobody raised their hand, and then the priest like took the nun outside and he was like, you should teach these kids that they're all sinners because they are, because that's like how, you know, because everybody does sin or whatever. Wow. But it is a weird thing to like say to a 6-year-old.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
One time when I was like 8 or something, I said to my dad, I was like, Dad, can I tell you a secret? And he goes, he said to me, we're in the car, he goes, Chloe, I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not a secret if you tell somebody else. And then I never told him.
Holy shit, what was it?
I don't even know.
That's dark.
It was probably not even anything cool. It was probably like, I stole this from school or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
That's fucked up, though, because you could have been, like, telling him that you were being molested or something.
I mean, it was pretty boss of him. And then another thing I remember, he told me when I was really young, too. I was like, Dad, I think I'm going to do this. And he goes, never say you're going to do something until you've already done it.
Damn.
And I was like, I'm 9. But okay.
Yeah.
I remember those 2 things always stuck with me. And then he told me once when I was like 11 or something, or maybe I was like 12. I don't know. I got my first boyfriend or something, and he said to me, he's like, Chloe, I just want to let you know, jealousy is the least attractive quality in a woman. Never forget that.
Damn.
And I was like, okay. I'm like 12, going to like.
You need to talk to your mom more.
I know. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, these are very knowledgeable but harsh things to be
yeah,
saying.
But it's kind of pretty good to teach a child this, though.
Yeah. Were you being like jealous or some shit?
No.
You just brought it up?
No, he just said it
out of the blue.
He just like was like, give you a word of
Nobody
advice.
likes a jealous girl, you little lady. No.
Just so you know. I was like, thanks.
He was trying to help her new boyfriend.
Yeah.
He's like, don't give him any grief, honey.
It is true though. Jealousy is stupid.
It's the least attractive quality in a woman.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, and I think in a dude too. Do you think women like when men are jealous?
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my friends was saying, well, okay, the last guy I dated, he would always say to me, like, I don't have a jealous bone in my body. He would say that, and I feel like if you say that, you probably do.
Yeah, I want to see a little, like, competition, jealousy moment, you know.
I don't know.
I want to see him sweat.
But if you announce it, you probably are.
Yeah.
Like, if someone wakes up and they're like, good morning, babe, just so you know I'm not cheating on you. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why are you bringing that up?
Or, like, you know, like when people, like, look at people's phones and shit, it's just like, if you're going to do that, then, like, you don't trust the person. And, like...
Don't date them.
It's the other side of the coin of, like, jealousy is trust, and love is trust. Trust is love and all that shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. We don't always have to be funny on this podcast. Sometimes we could just talk.
What religion are you?
Huh? I went to Catholic school for 12 years. I have Jesus Christ in my heart.
Wow.
I don't go to church or anything, but, you know, I mean... priests fucking all the kids really kind of made it tough. We'll fix that in post.
Putting Jesus in their butt.
That's not what they're doing.
Really?
No. All right. Well, I think we should start the list, or Chloe's going to take a nap, so I'm not really sure.
Just the heroin, man.
Okay.
I want to be a celebrity.
Uh-huh.
All right.
This is Chloe LaBranche's top 9 celebrity meltdowns. So, all right, before you say number 9, how are you ranking this of, like, how's something your favorite and your least favorite?
Honestly, it's just how it felt.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, like
I'm all about feeling.
The severity of it, like how bad of a meltdown it was, is I think part of it.
Yeah, but for me, I just personally hang on to random things, like random things like little. I don't know if nuance is the right word, but that word's just been like crushing my vocab lately. I have a very addictive personality, so I'll hear something, I'm like, okay, I heard, you guys remember that guy Jack Handy? Remember him? He used to always have those weird not tweets. It was before Twitter.
Talk about SNL. The guy on
was he on SNL?
Yeah, he did Jack Handy. He did the thing you're talking about on SNL.
That's who he was. I remember when I was 12 or something. You'd have all those little quotes. One time he said, just saw Sarah McLachlan throw a bag of dogs into the river. And I came across that recently, and every time I take a shower, I've just been laughing to myself about that one.
That's funny, yeah.
I can't get over it. So I keep thinking about some of these meltdowns, and they're just popping in my head. That's how I came up with this.
Cool.
Tom, you were saying how reading the list put you in a bad headspace. I think it's because I feel like these meltdowns are their true colors, right? Like they're just evil, horrible people. And, you know, they have this perception because they're celebrities and they're famous. And then these meltdowns are like a little glimpse into how they really are, whether it's induced by alcohol or caught on camera when they weren't expecting it. This is like true colors.
Yeah, I don't.
I beg to do the opposite of this, because I am an alcoholic, and I think a lot of these people are under a lot of pressure.
Absolutely.
And I think, and I like to say, from me, I'm not a bad person. Sometimes I do bad things.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So
we're not our worst thing.
Sorry?
We're not our worst thing.
No, we're
that
not.
We've done.
But I do agree with you that some of these people are not good people, for sure.
I also think, and you know, we're gonna get into the list. It all varies. Like some things are obviously way worse than other things, you know. And I'm not saying that these people are like, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's just interesting. We'll take it case by case. Okay. Coming in at number 9.
Okay. Face ID. I lost a lot of weight, so it's like, who is this hot bitch?
Quit bragging. You're gonna make Adele start cutting herself.
I gotta lose some lbs.
Oh, stop it.
You gotta get on this seizure med I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so number 9, Tom Cruise.
Okay, and specifically the Oprah.
Yeah, I would say that one because that's just the one I thought about when we jumped on the sofa. But there's a lot of layers to it, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Oprah was thinking at that moment?
She was probably like, hell yeah.
Yeah, ratings.
It's good for TV, yeah.
What I forgot about it from watching it today is that when it started, everybody was crazy. Like, in the sense of, like, Oprah was going crazy. The entire studio audience was going crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise was going crazy.
Yeah.
They were all going crazy. And then he started going, like, extra crazy. And then everybody kind of stopped getting less crazy. And then you could see Oprah getting a little concerned because he kept grabbing Oprah with the, like, he kept, like, hugging her strong and, like, grabbing her shoulders and, like, doing a thing with their hands and stuff. So that was, I was like, because all the women were like losing their fucking minds.
Yeah, because
before
Oprah's like kind of lawless sometimes. She's like, you get a car. And Tom Cruise is like, yeah. It's like, I feel like it's kind of like the vibe whenever, like, you know, I've never really been to a bachelor party. If anyone wants to invite me, I'm fun. But like, I feel like it could kind of like be a vibe if everyone's like, let's like fuck shit up with these strippers. Like, and everyone's like really into it. And then one guy just like, you know, like, murders the stripper and everyone's like, dude, you took it too far.
Yeah.
Something like that. I guess that might have been a weird analogy, but something.
I mean, he did take it too far. He like OD'd. It was I blame Scientology.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the layer. I think maybe he just really wanted to, because in Scientology they get trapped and they can't leave, right? And then they get like threatened and.
Yeah.
Didn't they like threaten like John Travolta's kids?
Yeah. He's and I watched a Scientology video that I've seen a few times of him.
They murdered his son.
They murdered John Travolta's son? Well, I don't know. Is that a fact or is that something that you're going with?
I like to say things that are not true.
Okay, cool. You keep doing it. This isn't the fucking news. Just come up with crazy shit every number. Yeah, and then he also dragged out Katie Holmes too, who didn't want to be out there at all.
Oh, into Scientology?
Well, no, into the studio of Oprah, because she was in the back.
Oh, yeah, you did more research than me.
I just watched the video today, yeah. But yeah, she was like, it was like a Maury thing when like you're like, you're not the father, and like the guy runs out and like the camera chases him running out. She was literally running out of the studio. The camera follows Tom Cruise following her out, grabs her by the shoulders, and drags her out there. So yeah, it was another...
What I think that maybe that came from like a thing of him being like, oh, by the way, I'm not gay. He just grabs Katie. He's like, look, my beard.
You think Tom Cruise is gay?
Right?
I don't know. He's another one who I don't like. I don't want to say like someone's evil, but like.
Whoa! You just said gay. I just said gay, and you just said evil right away.
I love gay people. Holla. No. I don't mean like that.
He's hard to read. I feel like he's not genuine.
No, please.
It's hard to read Tom Cruise. Like you don't really know what's going on.
Or he's almost too genuine. I don't know
Some
what it
risky business.
You said it. Good film. Cocktail. I like Cocktail. So I
like cocktails too.
Yeah. How long have you been sober?
Well, this run 30 days. 32 days. That's why.
Oh, man. This is nice. It's tenuous. I like it.
I had a slip after my breakup.
Okay. So it was a new breakup.
Yeah, we didn't date for that long, but I got like really messed up. But he like kind of really fucked with me. He was like, I want to marry you. I'm obsessed with you, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, can I have like 2 days of space? I feel a little bit of pressure. And then he's like, yeah. And then he would like, we took 2 days of space. And then he called me and he was like, yeah, I thought about it. I never loved you. I'm never going to love you. And I never want to marry you. And then he's like, we're done. And then he like blocked me on everything. And I was like, what?
Damn. How long did you go out with that fella?
We only went out for like 3 months, but I knew him in college and I hadn't seen him in like 14 years. And then we reconnected and we were just like talking, like he lives in Texas and we started like FaceTiming every day. And then I flew out to Texas twice and he came to New York and it was just like a lot. It was just like one of those like very intense, I'm an addict, he's an addict, so it was just like a very like intense love bombing and
the hot and heavy stuff. It's tough.
It just like really, and I haven't been in a relationship in like 5 years, like a one that like someone's like my boyfriend, like a serious thing, and it was like the first time I was like very open and vulnerable with someone in forever, because like I had gotten hurt a while ago, so I was like I'm not doing this again for a long time, and so and he was like the same way. He kept being like I haven't felt like this in like 10 years. I haven't like been like thinking like, blah, blah, blah. And so it was a very like, I thought it was this very like mutual thing. Like, okay, we're going to like be open again. And then it was just like done. Yeah. So I was like, what?
And how long were you sober before that?
I was like sober for like, I had like 6 months before that. The pandemic was not that easy for me. Sure. It was easier, because I wasn't doing like comedy or anything, so I had no real commitments. Absolutely. But the personal stuff, which is like why I like stand up too, because you get to be around comics. I like hanging and stuff. Yeah. So that's what I liked most about being sober is when you're around other people, and when that got taken away, it was like much more lonely, and I felt like, and when you're not with people, you don't have to show up, so I felt more comfortable drinking. So then I drank, and then this guy also, he was like, my last person drank a lot. I don't even know if I want to date someone who's an alcoholic. So I was like, I could probably drink casually. So I like would drink one night, and then I wouldn't drink for like 2 weeks, and then I would try to drink, then I would just feel like shit, and then have a bad night, but then after it ended with him, I had like a really bad 3 days, and then I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And I started like going like back to the rooms, and then everything's open in New York, and I started like doing it seriously, and I feel good. So.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Good talk. Celebrity Meltdown to come.
One day at a time. I love it.
That was a lot. Sorry.
No, I appreciate your honesty. It. Fuck the list. We could just talk about this, to be honest with you.
I have a lot of meltdowns.
Coming in at number 8.
Okay, number 8. Let me get this up. Okay, number 8, David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So he was just drunk, and that was his child filming him eating a cheeseburger. Yeah. A couple things on this list are just like people's kids snitching on them. Yeah. Which is wild, because I mean it shows that they're like, I mean that's like if your kid's doing that, they're like think that they need to show it to maybe get out of the situation, but it also, man, that's dark.
Well, I like to take the quotes from it. So what he says is, I got drunk and I lost a lot of money that night. But maybe the daughter was mad because she was like, Dad, I really wanted that Prada bag. Yeah. And you're gonna fucking do this? Relatable. Yeah. So that's why, and that's why it comes. I also love how it's like an interview on Inside Edition and how much the media blows it up. It's like there was not that's why we got to have a global pandemic sometimes so we can let the celebrities melt down behind the scenes.
Yeah. I also like where we're at right now with 9, because like Tom Cruise didn't really do anything wrong, really. No. Besides being weird.
You're just having a good time.
And I mean, David Hasselhoff didn't do anything wrong either. He was just drunk as shit eating a cheeseburger.
And then where did the daughter? She leaked the video, or?
Yeah, I guess she just sent it out. I guess. How else would it have gotten out? She's the one who filmed it. That's why I think it's just fucked up, like these snitching ass kids.
And that was in 2007.
Yeah, so she was pretty young, probably.
No, but but also what I mean by that was before, like, we were really crushing. That was before Instagram. Yeah. Would you just put that on YouTube?
Facebook, maybe? I don't know.
Facebook.
Yeah.
I got so next
That
one.
shit was Okay, we can move on. Number 7.
Obviously Brittany.
Which is her
Adele.
whole.
Yeah.
Adele, maybe you want to lean into this one.
Well, I was saying it's like a two-parter with
Yeah.
Brittany because it was like a week of meltdowns where it started with her shaving her head apparently because her baby daddy was trying to drug test her. So she got it in her mind that if she was bald, they couldn't take a hair sample.
Oh, that's why she did that?
Yeah, and
kinda
then that
checks out.
picture of her paparazzi like grabbed. I feel like the hairdresser was like, "Hell no, I'm not doing this." Like, or do you mean it? And then she grabbed the buzz cutter and started doing it herself to be like, "I mean it, do it." And then they finished it off. But like, I don't blame that hairdresser. They're like, "I'm not doing this."
To Brittany Spears.
Yeah.
What I love about it is like when most girls go through a breakup or issue with a guy, they just get bangs. But Brittany was like, I'm fucking going for it. And she just shaved the whole head.
Yeah, I paint my nails black and that's about it.
Yeah, they're always like, you know how they're like, I always like tell guys, I'm like, if you see a girl with bangs, walk away. You know, it's bad news. But it's like, if you see a girl with a buzz cut.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's the ultimate.
well, unless she was like sick.
Yeah, cancer or something like that.
Yeah, then she went after.
This is the weirdest episode so far. And
Of course it is.
I'm not,
We're loving it.
and that's good. That's
Of
fine.
course it is, 'cause
Everything can
I'm
be
on
different. But I'm saying I'm leaning in. I like it.
And then why'd she attack? She attacked paparazzi after that.
Yeah, they were just
Car-
following her around,
Yeah,
and she was
yeah.
having a nervous breakdown. She didn't really do anything wrong there. Is this the?
She didn't do anything wrong either. None
For
of them
that,
are doing anything wrong. That's the point.
Some of these people are doing something wrong. We just haven't gotten to them yet.
That's why they're higher up.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it is funny with the haircut thing. I mean, it shows how she's committed, though. You know, like you said, some people get bangs, some people cut it short. She took it all off.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was crazy.
Is she free now?
Yeah, as of like last week. But it's probably when the conservatorship, what is the word?
Yeah.
Started
Something like that.
after that meltdown. The father went to the judge, is like, see?
Conservatorship.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Battleship.
That's probably how the father pled his case. Like, look at this bitch shaving her head and attacking people.
Mm-hmm.
But and then didn't she announce that she's not going to perform ever again
After her.
after she's free now?
Oh, really?
She recently.
I thought she wasn't performing because she didn't have the artistic freedom to do what she wanted on these shows.
Well, I think she said now, after now that she's out of it, she said she's done.
Oh, all right.
I could have made that up. I'm a liar.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if she'll need money in 10 years? You know, it's all these things. It's just funny when like entertainers retire because it's like, what are you really retiring from? You know?
Well, yeah. I also read a thing that like a psychologist was saying something about all of the nudes type of things she's been posting, and they're like, a lot of people think that she's having a meltdown with these nudes, but it's actually a part of her healing.
I could see that.
It's her freeing.
Adele,
You're like-
you post a lot of thirst traps. What do you think?
Do you know, honestly, I don't post a lot.
Sprinkle
But
them. You gotta
I
sprinkle them.
sprinkle them in just to be like, this is what's going on. You're welcome.
If you're a single
on.
gal, I get it. You got to show off the goods sometimes.
Yeah, you're a hot woman. You got
Yeah,
it.
might as well.
It's only going to be for so long.
There's
so
that too, sure.
I'm just, it's freedom. It's me owning it. It's me.
Brittany.
Yeah. Pulling a Brittany.
It's Brittany, bitch, coming in at
Brittany,
number
bitch.
6.
I post some thirst traps too.
Hey, listen.
We love to see it, Chloe.
Oh, I'm just showing off that belly button. Okay, the next one I have is Bjork. How do you say her name?
Bjork
Bjork.
Mhm.
Okay, so she
attacked a reporter.
in Bangkok, which I loved. I loved that she was in Bangkok. I thought that was so chic.
I think it's just it's crazy to just like land in a country and just attack a reporter.
Well, apparently the reporter had been following her for 4 days.
She said, "Welcome to Bangkok," though, and then I know, yes, I did see that too.
Okay,
And
so
then she just really roughed that girl up. It was impressive. The beatdown was pretty impressive for how quick it was.
definitely.
Because she's a little gal.
Yeah, I liked how she just went for it, and then they tried to restrain her, and she got under it with like her back, and that's like me when I used to get in trouble with like bouncers. I would just get loose.
Yeah,
I'd be like oiled up, like
You look like
chicken.
you'd be hard to wrangle.
Oh, very hard.
Yeah. Do you fight?
I never got in a fight, but one time outside of a nightclub, a girl punched me in the face.
Do you know why it happened?
Yes, I do.
And the reason?
So I was standing outside and I was smoking a cigarette. I was already like in the club, and this girl is some girl from New York, and she's banned from the club because she used to like date one of the bouncers or something, and she's crazy. And she's like, why won't you let me in? And and she points at me, and you'll let that cunt in. And she points at me, and I like look at her, and I go, because you've bad skin. And then she just rounds up and just punches me in the face.
Did you see stars?
She punched. I was on a lot of drugs.
Okay.
So.
You were already
She
seeing
didn't
stars.
even feel it.
Went right into the K-hole. No.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bjork's a wild gal, man. God bless. That was a long time ago, too.
So what's fun about a lot of these meltdowns, and I chose a couple of them specifically due to the fact that they're child stars. And child stars are some of my favorite people in the world.
Was Bjork a child star?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I believe, yeah.
I guess she was pretty young when she started
she was.
music.
She was a child star. So
Yeah.
that's why I really enjoy child stars. I think they have so many layers.
Yeah.
They're hilarious. Like, I had this one when I was at rehab in I went to Promises once in Malibu. Brittany went there.
How was that?
Hilarious. And my roommate was this girl, and she was there because she had a speaking role in Santa Claus 3, Tim Allen's Santa Claus 3, and it really just fucked her up.
Oh, wow. That was the one with Martin Short, I believe.
Yeah, a speaking role, just like 3 lines in Santa Claus 3, and it just like the child star. She just became a heroin addict.
That's wild. Nice girl?
She had one of those like house arrest bracelets on, and we like bedazzled it, and we'd like lay in the pool, like just like chain smoking cigarettes. Some days she'd be like, "Why not just dress up as like Courtney Love?" And we'd like just like put eyeliner, like mascara, and like just like put it down our face. It was very.
Sounds like summer camp.
Yeah, I call rehab big girl sleepaway camp.
Okay.
So like when I would go, I'd be like, going to big girl sleepaway camp.
Did they have a pool there? I assume they had a pool.
This one, they had like 3.
Yeah, tight.
Tennis court.
Wow. This was in Malibu?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's the good one, huh? I'd like to go there on my
Sounds
honeymoon.
The detox is fun about the rest of it. It's like they say to you, they're like, if you don't smoke cigarettes, time to start.
Really?
Wow.
When you get there, it's not good.
So that was number 6, the Bjork one, I believe.
Yeah, Bjork. But she also had this quote when she was asked about it. She was not really very remorseful. She just said, "I didn't like being a celebrity. It's a service job, like washing toilets."
I think her meltdown was wearing that swan dress.
I was gonna say
I like that.
That's a bigger meltdown.
she's the black swan.
That was so dumb.
Okay, so
I mean, it's one thing to like attack someone in your home country, but to attack someone in Bangkok right when you get off of an airplane, that's like an international
Yeah, I'd
incident.
be scared
type
of
shit.
a punishment.
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting
Because if you go
caned
to
or
Exactly.
put in jail.
one night in Bangkok.
Mhm.
Okay, so you want my number 5, right?
Just because, yeah, that was 6, right?
Yeah, so Alec Baldwin. But you guys are thinking the one with the daughter, right?
No, I saw that you were specific. The one
Yeah.
where he got kicked off the airport.
So he got kicked off an airplane for playing Words with Friends.
Mhm.
So what happened was he was in his seat and he was playing Words with Friends, and the stewardess or flight attendant, or what do you call them now?
Either one's fine with me. I mean, today is Columbus Day and Indigenous People Day at the same time.
Yes.
So it could be whatever you want today.
One of Columbus's assistants.
Mhm.
So, so he was trying to play Words with Friends on his phone. Dope game. If only I had friends left. No.
I like it.
And after my amends, I'll get them back.
I promise you, after this podcast is over, I am giving you a 30-second hug.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But,
So I'm fine.
all right. No, I know. Sometimes people need a hug. You could be okay. You just met a baby.
Okay,
but,
cool.
Okay, go ahead.
But so, so he was playing Words with Friends on the plane, and the stewardess, flight attendant, whatever, he was non-binary, and they're like, you have to stop playing, and he was like, no, put your phone away. They're like, no. He's like, no. So he just got up, kept playing, and went into the bathroom and shut the door to keep playing.
And they said he slammed the door so hard that the pilots heard it from the cockpit.
And then he got kicked off.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like, I'm not going to say he's a piece of whatever, but he does seem like a nut. He gets into fights all the time.
I know, it's kind of great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like just seeing him in New York, he gets in like parking spot fights.
I love it, but I also love like his voice is so soothing, and
He's
I
got a
love
great
that
voice.
he's just like hello, and I'm like, and then like if you
You're
ever
a fat pig.
if you ever see him, he's always like out east, and he'll like be at like the supermarket and at like CVS out in like East Hampton, and he'll be wearing like I've seen him like at CVS, like I think I saw him in the pandemic, and he's wearing like a bathrobe with like socks and like flip flops. Just like I was like, he's chilling.
Yeah.
So crazy how he's still cranking out these babies. He's up to
Hilaria.
with Hilaria.
That was a fun one actually too. Her fake name and stuff.
Oh yeah, I kind of missed that one, but yeah, that is like she's
insane.
pretending to be Latin and
Yeah.
she's not. Was it Latin?
Do you think he even knew, or he's just like so not engaged? Because it's like the second wife.
I think
he's
he
just
wanted to like believe her story initially, so he went along with it. But yeah, it turns out she's like from Boston and like not from Spain. And just because you go to Spain as a kid growing up doesn't make you a Spaniard whose like first language is Spanish.
That's hilarious.
You know, it's crazy
Sorry.
how like she got
It's
off
okay,
the
I'll
internet.
give you a hug after.
Thank you.
And her real name is
It's not
Hillary.
a Tom Cruise hug. I'm not gonna like fucking assault you.
Yeah, her real name is Hillary.
Yeah, that's
So ridiculous.
These people are crazy, man. I feel like celebrities in general, like they've lost so much power in the past like 10 years, even more so in the past like year with the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people care as much anymore.
Everyone's so self-centered. Everyone only cares about. Well, it's because now
There's
everyone.
that too.
Yeah.
But they're the most self-centered, it seems like, especially people like that who just think that
They
they
have no
you know,
self-awareness. That's the problem. They're just like oblivious to their own behaviors.
Well,
They- they
It's
make-
also sorry.
No, yeah, they make exceptions for themselves. They like, think it's okay.
He was great in Glengarry Glen Ross, though.
Oh, always be closing, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's hard to have self-awareness though when the entire public eye is creating your self-image for you.
Preach.
You gotta have, but that's I've been watching Mike Tyson's podcast a lot lately.
Oh yeah.
And I love it. But he's talking about that's the outside world. You're not supposed to let the outside world in here. It's their responsibility. Celebrities' jobs are to make people smile and like be entertained. Like, and I understand like that all these people are crazy, but like you can't let the outside world affect the inside you.
You can't, but sometimes it happens.
And his list is yes, absolutely. Coming in at number 4.
Nicolas Cage, my dude.
I couldn't find this one.
So do you know Nicolas Cage is actually a Coppola?
Yes, I did.
Which is so chic that he's like, no. So I actually ended up, that one came up somewhere, but then when I was on the way here, I was like looking it up for more details, and I found a better one about him. So, another thing that happened with Nicolas Cage is when he was filming Leaving Las Vegas, where he plays that crazy alcoholic. I'm going to watch that tonight so I don't drink. And my recovery is really a journey.
That's a.
He was so he got kicked out of a bar in Vegas, and they were saying he was really drunk, and the people he was shoeless, and the people at the bar, they had no idea who he was. They thought he was a homeless person at the bar, and he was like making a huge scene. He was walking around shoeless, and the staff said he had been downing shots of tequila in 1980 Macallan whiskey. He was shouting at people, getting in fights when they asked him to leave. And then they tried to give him flip-flops, and he couldn't get them on his feet. And then when they started escorting him out, he asked everyone if they wanted to come back to his place.
Oh my god.
He seems like a nice guy.
It seems accurate for
Yeah, I was just like, this is great.
Yeah, I saw a video of him fighting the one rock star dude from the 80s. I couldn't think of who it is, but
Val Kilmer.
No. Val Kilmer's not a rock star from the 80s.
To me, he is.
He's an actor from the 80s and 90s. He was in The Doors, so maybe that's why you have that.
He was?
He played Jim Morrissey, yeah.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
Oh, I thought you meant
Jim
he was-
Morrison.
Morrison? When I say Morrissey? Morrison.
All good.
You knew what I meant.
Yeah, I did. Just correcting you.
Nicolas Cage looks crazy now too. He's walking around with like a cane and like he's just like a lunatic. Looks like a lunatic. Who knows?
Yeah.
He really is.
What's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
Face Off.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
I like the adaptation.
Yeah. Oh, what's that up to? Oh.
He plays 2 different people, but he does it really well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Nicolas Cage is just incredible. Have you ever seen the YouTube video just called Nicolas Cage Freaking Out? And it's just a compilation of every Nicolas Cage freak out in movies. Oh, it's incredible. I watch it some mornings.
I like Con Air was good.
Con Air is good.
Con Air was good.
In Face Off, my favorite line is it when John Travolta comes back and he's the dad, now when it's Nicolas Cage and he like smoking cigarettes in the house and the daughter says something to him and he looks at her and he goes, Papa's got a brand new bag.
Yeah. Don't they play the song after that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Or when he gives her the knife before her date. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does help to be a Coppola too, show business.
Well, he was a Cage.
That was number 4?
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah, that was number 4.
Love it. Coming in at number 3.
Okay, this guy's my dude, even though it's going to get me in trouble. No, I'm going to actually switch it up.
Okay.
So I want my number 2 to be Michael Jackson.
But wait, we were at number 3 though.
Yeah, number 3. Well, I'm going to switch my 3 and my 2.
So what's number 3?
Number 3 is now Michael Jackson hanging his baby out the window.
I mean, it's like the 10th worst thing he's done to a kid. So.
Well, the baby didn't come.
Nope. That was his kid. I feel like it was obviously crazy that he did that, but it was really quick.
Yeah.
And he did have a firm grasp on the child.
It's always quick with him because he's so attracted to them.
Yeah. I don't know if the other folks don't. Wait, man. I kind of wanted to get to this one to just, I'm so conflicted with Michael Jackson.
Well, how could you be conflicted?
Yeah, what's
your
in
problem,
question?
man?
What's in question?
What's your deal,
Tom?
dude?
Did he do it?
White man.
You're saying he definitely did it?
Are you kidding?
What do you
Of course he
what do you
did.
mean? Did he do it?
You gotta believe the victims.
What is this? The O.J. Simpson trial? Did he do it?
So he did it.
Did you
there's
see the
videos.
documentary?
There's videos of. You mean raping the children or having the kid out the window?
Oh yeah, no, I know he dangled the kid out the
I
window.
thought you were talking about that. I was like,
No.
they're like, did he do it? I was like, what are we talking about?
Okay, because I've been going. It's
That's why I was like, what?
No.
I was like, are you off your meds?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yes, I know he dangled the
dangled the
baby out of the
Yeah.
window.
And despite it being quickly, Tom, that moment where he said, "I'm going to dangle my kid," no matter how quick it was, as a parent, you want to keep the kid in the balcony always at all times.
He did it with one hand, but he put a blanket over the kid's head, and then apparently he said, I just needed to like give the fans what they wanted, and he got caught up in the moment.
So that was his reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. He man,
Imagine if he.
But he
dropped the
regrets it. They often don't.
he regretted it.
Yeah,
a couple people.
a lot of people haven't regretted it.
Okay, so you're saying he definitely molested children?
100%, I believe he did.
I think it's 99%.
Okay, that's enough to believe it, though.
Did you guys watch the documentary?
Yeah.
It was very hard to watch.
I was I didn't know that he was molesting Wade Robinson,
Yeah.
Britney's choreographer.
But again, that kid said he didn't. He didn't do that, and then he changed his story and said he
Because
did.
he was a child and he was scared to get in trouble. As an adult, he broke down and like confessed. But when he went to trial, when they asked him, he was still a kid.
Two things really stuck out on me on that documentary that was pretty chilling. Like Macaulay Culkin, that testimony, because like that's what got him off. And then they show Macaulay like leaving the courtroom,
smirking,
and he's got like a little smirk on him, like because he's a good actor, you know.
Yeah.
He was like, I killed that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like an and scene.
Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Holy shit. And then the other one was the voicemail that he left the kid, and he like sounded like a monster. Do you remember that part? That was chilling.
What is it?
I can't even do.
You've been repeating that voicemail to yourself in the mirror every day.
I have not.
You're like you're in the bath and you're like,
It's
"Hey,
his
little
mantra
boy."
now.
And you meditated with it.
Please don't bring my meditation into Michael Jackson. No, but and then after I watched the Dangle Baby video,
The Dangle Baby.
which absolutely
I like
happened.
that you have nicknames for it now. The Dangle Baby video.
Well, he did dangle the baby, right? That's what he did.
With the blanket over the head.
Mm-hmm. And is that why
towel.
But the kid was already named Blanket, right?
Oh, that was Prince Michael II.
Oh, so that wasn't even Blanket.
I believe it was Prince. I think it was a towel over the head, and that was Prince Michael II. Yes.
Yeah.
And they were also in Berlin, and crazy fucking shit happens in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
He also got sued $21 million in Berlin that time because he went off contract for a tour. So that was it was a wacky time.
Yeah. I mean, he was just molested, right? Probably that's why he's doing it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, he's a deeply troubled individual, huh? That Michael Jackson.
Mm.
Can you still listen to him? Does it matter if they're dead or not? Like, people don't listen to R. Kelly. There's that, like, no one will listen to R. Kelly.
They won't.
A lot of people won't. Like, there's that thing. But then there's, like, Michael, I feel like people still listen, or it's still on the radio a
I
little bit.
think-
Is it because he's dead?
Yeah, I was about to say. I think because he's moved on, that people have an allowance for it now.
Or is it because the music's so good? It's a combination of both.
I mean, Ignition is fire.
I believe I Can Fly is like
There's
one of the
even
best
a
songs ever.
remix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I went to a wedding a couple weeks ago and they played that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's never gonna stop.
You don't think so?
That song?
Some people, I don't know.
Some people.
Yeah, Michael did a lot of wacky things, like horrific, terrible things, but like just his whole having the kids with this woman that he was never intimate with. But like, I don't know, the whole thing, all his kids.
Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. Molesting children. Coming in at
Okay.
number 2.
Number 2 is Mel Gibson. He's a bit of a rascal, I gotta say.
Bit of
I had a
rascal.
huge Mel Gibson phase over quarantine
Mm-hmm.
where I watched, like, I was just crushing Mel Gibson movies. 'Cause I couldn't stop. I was on such a kick.
What's your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
I gotta say, I mean, they're all fire.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Love
that guy.
the Patriot with Heath Ledger.
Oh my
So
God.
good.
Oh my God.
It's
When
tearjerker.
when Thomas dies,
Oh.
Very sad.
what's your favorite Mel Gibson movie?
What Women Want. No.
That was actually so
it's
funny.
pretty good.
I really enjoyed that.
Braveheart, I guess.
Braveheart.
Oh, Braveheart is fire. That's
It really
yeah.
is.
But I haven't seen it in so
My family
long.
is from my grandmother's side are Scottish.
Mhm.
The Black Watch. They're from like the 1300s.
Oh, wow. So
So
Mel
I've heard
Gibson,
I really
And he was pulled over when he was ranting about
Yes,
you?
so-
drinks a bunch of tequila.
Yeah, so he got pulled over, and then he, when he was getting arrested, he said, I pulled up some quotes. So it was 2006. He had his DUI in Malibu, love, and he said the Jews are responsible for all the wars in the world. That's what he yelled to the police.
And the Jewish community, they didn't take too kindly to that.
No, and then when he spoke about it after, he said it was an unfortunate incident.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he.
And he said also, I was loaded and angry and arrested. I was recorded illegally by an unscrupulous police officer
illegally. Yeah.
who was never prosecuted for that crime. He was also Jewish. No, he didn't say that. And then it was made public by him for profit and by members of, we'll call it the press. So not fair. I guess as who I am, I'm not allowed to have a nervous breakdown ever.
He went for the whole nervous breakdown
Yeah, I mean, this is like
excuse.
toward the end of this list.
Oh, this is amazing. He also said this. And for one episode in the back of a police car and 8 double shots of tequilas to sort of dictate all the work, life's work and beliefs and everything else that I have and maintain for my life is really unfair.
Yeah, so this is where we're getting into like evil territory
Yeah.
to me, of just the fact that like, yeah, one mistake can fuck up your whole life. And it's like, yeah, it's fucked up that he was anti-Semitic, but the real issue is that he was like driving drunk and could have killed somebody. And like, he doesn't seem to have any sort of remorse at all. And it's like,
Yeah.
we should just get over this. It's weird because like, I don't like cancel culture, but like, this is like an example of like, holy shit. It's not just the anti-Semitic, it's the driving drunk, and then after the fact being like, just seems so glib.
Well, what about that guy Lars von Trier? What's that director? That famous director at Cannes Film Festival, and he like said he was a Nazi or something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
I
make the
know.
list. We'll discuss that during the
Yeah,
hug.
that'll make top 10 podcast.
Well, was there a drop off? I feel like for a little bit people didn't, cast him / like he.
Yeah,
he
there was
cast-
a little, there was,
there
sure.
was a little bit.
But
I mean, he's like he's a billionaire.
Totally.
is he a billionaire?
Yeah,
He's
was-
got that kind of cake?
He was a billionaire because what he does is he stars, he produces, he directs.
yeah.
And so he was billionaire. He has one of the most expensive divorces of all time because he was married to his wife for so long and he didn't have a prenup, so he had to give his wife like $500 million. But he is one of the richest actors ever.
Because he
and
made a lot
producers.
of that Passion of the Christ.
All of it, everything
Yeah.
he does. He's like one of the richest people in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a bro.
I believe it. So now he's just casting himself in movies.
That's what he. Yeah,
That's how he continued his career after that.
Did you ever see the Mad Max films?
I have not.
Mm.
I did. I watched one of them in the panty.
Yeah. They didn't age that well. Oh, they were fine. Yeah. We're at number 1, right?
Yeah, we are. This is my
shit.
fucking favorite.
Oh, my
Shia
Lord.
LaBeouf. This is my dude. Even Stevens was literally like my favorite child
show.
star. You know, he had that movie Honey, whatever. Shia, this guy, such a rascal, relatable. He has done the funniest shit ever. So I got a few of them for you.
Okay.
So in July 2009, Shia, he got charged with the misdemeanors for during his 21st birthday. He ended up getting really wasted in Chicago and celebrating in Walgreens.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he made multiple late night trips to different Walgreens, including costume changes. So he got like arrested for that. Then another thing in 2014, he wore a paper bag over his head during the Cannes Film Festival that read "I'm not famous anymore." That was a bizarre meltdown. This was my favorite one of his. It's a bit sad, I guess, but he had a performance art thing that he was in, and he claimed that he was raped during his own performance art. He said that in an interview with Days, the actor says that a woman whipped my legs for 10 minutes and then stripped my clothing and proceeded to rape me during his silent performance artwork when everyone was watching.
Is that true? Is there record of it? I mean, I feel like...
Because the whole thing was filmed, right? I don't know if that part was in there. Yeah, another thing he did, which was less rapey, was he just walked into
that theater
Cabaret on Broadway. They have a bar on the stage. He just walked onto the stage and like got a drink like it was a regular bar during the show.
But he probably thought it was a bar. He's probably so fucked up. High as a kite. He probably
He
was
also,
like, oh.
yeah.
He's ridiculous.
He also gets in trouble for like plagiarizing stuff.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Like, cause he was trying to like do rap for a little bit. Man, I hate it when people rap that shouldn't be rapping.
Yeah.
It's like people do comedy that shouldn't be comedy. It's like you could do it, but it's not.
Remember when at the Chappelle party when you were singing the rap songs, and I said to you, I was like, man, you know a lot of the words. And because I didn't know anything, Ian Laura goes to me, Chloe, your whiteness is making me uncomfortable. I was like wearing a turtleneck. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, everybody knows all the words. And then I look at you and I was like, you know a lot of the words. And
I was in the zone.
And
for
then
that
you
one.
said to me, you go, now you're making me uncomfortable, Chloe. I was like, I should go home.
Yeah, I think like Puff Daddy and the Family was on that. That's like the best rap song ever, I think. In the moment, I really felt like it was.
I gotta learn.
I mean, you know, you gotta just be yourself. I really like rap music. It is what it is, you know?
I got really into St. John lately.
Okay. Yeah, Shia, man, he's in a lot of trouble these days.
He's
too.
always in trouble.
Yeah, in the pandemic, they did that like reading that like all the celebrities did, like, a Zoom
for
reading of
Fast Times.
Fast Times.
And Shia was playing Sean Penn.
Yes, and he was smoking a joint in his car,
Mhm.
and like all these like A-list actors are just like shaking their head at him. You like see their little Zoom screen when he's talking, and they're just like, "No,
Yeah.
this is bad."
Yeah, and more, I mean, not to bring it down too much, if we could even get any lower. But he also was beating up his girlfriend, FKA Twigs.
He was?
Yeah, that was a big thing. The director of Honey tried to like distance herself from him. You guys missed that one?
Yeah.
He's a beater. He beats women.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Forget it. He's out.
I mean, I'm saying it's. Did you see Honey?
Yeah.
Did you see Honey?
Mm-mm.
It's a story of like him as a
As
child actor.
star.
It was like.
Was he molested?
I thought Honey was that dance movie with Jessica Alba.
I think
It's
everybody
another-
was molested.
There's another one.
Oh wait, no, it's called Honey Boy.
Honey Boy.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a
Honey
minute.
boy, come over here.
It was just a 2-hour movie about his dad being a piece of shit, but it like didn't really feel like a movie. It was like I got my own problems, Shia.
Shia has
We're
like
losing Chloe.
His
No, you're not.
his body is like ridiculous, right? He has like a crazy ab situation right now.
I think
but,
he's
like,
hot.
I gotta cut his head off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I'd date him still.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he's right for you. He's
I
gonna
don't want you to
smack
get
you
beat
around.
up, Chloe. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to like protect you if you date him.
I have terrible taste in men.
Same.
I'll tell you, girls. Didn't you go out with that one dude whose mom was an actress?
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we don't date, but he's a really close friend of mine. He got
Okay.
he got logo of my podcast,
He
or
did.
just it's not even. I don't even have a podcast anymore. I made up a logo of Close Show.
Mm-hmm.
So he just called me that, and he got it tattooed right here, like this big.
Yeah, she introduced me to my favorite actress of all time,
And her name is
Robin Wright.
Robin Wright Penn. There's
Yeah.
just Robin Wright these days. Jenny.
Yes.
That
Jenny, my favorite movie of all time, and
Well, shout out to Hopper Penn. He's also an actor,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and he
Yeah.
Hopper is also an actor. He's doing great.
That's the kid who tatted your
yeah, he's
podcast on your
doing
arm?
great things.
Is he?
Yeah, he's just acted in a film. He's gonna be in another film soon. So he'll be back to New York and he'll come by.
Hopefully, he brings his mom.
Yeah,
for
maybe
him.
he'll do. He told me he's gonna. He said he wants to do some stand up.
If he brings his mom, I'll let him.
He wants to host a show, be a hoster.
Okay.
Could just bring up comedians.
The patio show or the PDR on Tuesday at 7:00.
He could post a
It's his.
yeah.
It's his.
Hopper and friends.
Just bring Robin and her pajamas. I love her so much.
Now, is
She
this
was so
kid
sweet.
is this kid tatted up all over his body?
He has like a couple funky ones.
Okay, it would just be weird if the one tattoo he
He's
has is of
close,
your
yeah.
defunct podcast.
It's just me. It's just
Uh-huh.
me. No, he's great. He's funny.
Yeah, I'm
So.
sure it's hard being a child
You
of
should-
a celebrity.
Next time he's in New York, he'll do your podcast. He did my podcast. He loves doing podcasts.
Mhm.
I
Can
think
ask
Sean
him.
Penn has had meltdowns. It's like not coming to mind exactly what, but I feel like he's a little angry dude too.
He yelled at a lot of reporters over the
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. I feel like it's a conflict of interest for me to dig into this right now.
Chappelle has
It's fair.
a joke
It's his father.
about like a story about somebody trying to provoke him, and that's what they do. That
Yeah.
they try to get you going, and somebody is recording while someone else is approaching you, trying to rile you up, and he like says in the joke, and that shit worked. Like you
Mhm.
got him. Like he's like, I knew what he was doing,
Yeah.
but it still happened anyway. Like when people are out to like get you doing something embarrassing or
Mhm.
salacious enough to be reported, they'll do just about anything.
Yeah, I mean, I hate TMZ. Like, I hate that whole culture. I
Of
mean,
like
it's
getting the reaction of something.
just that show. Like, I had to watch it from like looking at research of your lists today.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you like TMZ? There's people.
TMZ has tried to like call the stand, like when things
you
came
said
with
that.
Bill Cosby, like
Oh,
would
really?
you let him perform if you wanted to? I was like, this is like just speculation of like how we would. No, goodbye TMZ. Like,
It was actually Bill Cosby pretending to be from TMZ.
Yeah.
Would you let Bill? Okay. Um.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well. I
Any-
feel like I'm gonna relapse.
Are you sober?
No.
Oh,
I'm kind of doing a sober October type thing, but like,
cool.
I know it doesn't really. Yeah.
Just
People
my,
don't.
just my whole life.
I get it.
Oh, but you've been doing great. When you're sober, you're like doing spots, and things start
Mhm.
rolling.
I know.
It should motivate you.
Oh
It
yeah,
should
yeah.
not.
No, I don't want to. I don't like drinking. It's not for me.
I'm trying to think of any meltdowns, honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
Who freaks
Charlie
out a lot?
Sheen.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen freaks out a lot.
I mean, that was messed up. AIDS, just having sex with women, and he has AIDS.
Well, he also and he declared he had tiger blood.
Mm-hmm.
That was chill.
Yeah, but he really just had AIDS.
Remember that random woman who wasn't famous who married a dolphin?
No.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
all the Karen meltdowns. They're famous now,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
we messed up.
Well, should we talk about anything else, or are we done? I feel like we only got 4 minutes. Why don't you plug some stuff?
Yeah, where can we find you?
Where can the people find you?
Plug my butt. You can follow me on Instagram at Chloe LaBranche, and you can watch my news show. It's called News for Women.
So funny.
I break down the news so women can get it. Like, I'll say things like, oh, do you know who needs a pedicure? Syria. And I think that's like all I have going on for me at the moment.
I
Good.
love News from Women. So funny. Who's your assistant producer that you just abuse the whole time?
Oh, that's Max. He's my assistant. He just sits on the floor and he's not allowed to speak. He's kind of like the reborn Helen Keller. But he's,
Is he deaf?
he could be.
I've seen the video. Yeah,
He's a really good guy.
okay.
He's a really good guy.
So you're just abusive to him.
Well, I don't pay him right now because I'm going to pay him in life experience. Like I asked him the other day, I said, Max, you ever gone skydiving? And he said, no, I'm scared of heights. I said, well, I'm about to push you out of a motherfucking plane.
Metaphorically or literally?
Actually. And then I said, you ever been buried alive? So we're going to start a Patreon. I'm going to film it all. Say to the patrons, what would you like to see Max experience in life?
Sounds like fun.
He's like, I'm paying you in life experience. He's like, okay.
Is he young?
He's like 27.
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So.
Adele?
Follow me on Instagram, Lavoro_Adele. See me at the stand. We're hosting you guys a bunch of shows, adding a midnight show on Fridays very soon.
Tight.
Good times. Come through.
Word up, man. TomCassidy.com. Weekly show at Brooklyn Comedy Club, New York, Adelphia, baby. Every Wednesday at 8. Old Man Hustle, Brooklyn. You go there a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a nice club.
Go to Old Man Hustle and I go to the stand.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to those places. And New York Comedy Club where you can catch me. Listen, that was another episode. I feel confused. I feel disoriented. And
we're going to have a meltdown.
and I'm going to go attack a reporter now.
Honestly, I feel really stable after this episode.
Good. I'm glad. I think
That's
you
fair.
transferred your energy to me. It's like a possession. Like, you know what the priest...
It's like the Spider-Man.
In The Exorcist,
yeah.
where the priest takes the demon out of the child.
If this podcast was rough, imagine dating me.
That was Top 9 Podcast, baby. We'll see you next week. Peace out, yo.
Bye.